Hey there, Spooky Squad! Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time. Either way, strap yourselves in because we're about to launch into the top 5 most baffling, hair-raising, and downright weird mysteries of 2024 so far. That's right, folks, we're talking unsolved cases, cryptic clues, and enough twists and turns to make your head spin like a top. Some of these mysteries have been neatly solved, tied up with a bow, or at least a semi-satisfactory conclusion. Others? Let's just say they're still out there, lurking in the shadows like a creepy clown at a birthday party. So grab your detective hats, your thinking caps, or maybe even a helmet, because who knows what kind of mind-blowing craziness we're about to uncover. Just try to keep up, okay? Without further ado, let's dive headfirst into the murky depths of top 5 cryptic mysteries of 2024, solved and unsolved. Kicking off our list at number 5, we've got a real head-scratcher. Picture this. A brilliant astrophysicist, Dr. Emily Carter, at the top of her game, vanishes from her high-security lab like a ghost. One minute she's there, crunching numbers on the cosmos, the next, poof, gone. Now, you might be thinking maybe she just needed a break from all that space talk, find herself on a beach somewhere. But here's the thing, Dr. Carter wasn't exactly the impulsive getaway type. We're talking about a woman who scheduled her coffee breaks 6 months in advance. So when she didn't show up for her daily observation of a newly discovered pulsar, an event she'd been hyping up for months, her colleagues knew something was seriously off. The authorities were called, search parties were assembled, but Dr. Carter was nowhere to be found. As the days turned into weeks, the mystery surrounding Dr. Carter's disappearance only intensified. The police were baffled. There were no signs of forced entry at her home or the lab, no ransom demands, no digital footprints, no witnesses, nothing. It was like she'd been erased from the face of the earth. Theories ran wild, of course. Some whispered about secret government experiments gone wrong, claiming Dr. Carter had stumbled upon something she shouldn't have. Others pointed to her recent research on wormholes and alternate dimensions, suggesting maybe, just maybe, she'd accidentally zapped herself into another reality. Look, I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was probably aliens, right? Okay, maybe not, but the lack of evidence was starting to make even the most skeptical investigators consider some far-out possibilities. The media had a field day naturally, churning out headlines like "Astrophysicist Lost in Space," and "Did Dr. Carter crack the code to another dimension?" The public was captivated, glued to their screens, desperate for answers in the case of the vanished scientist. Theories and speculations continued to swirl, with each new day bringing more questions than answers. The enigma of Dr. Carter's disappearance was far from being solved, and the world watched with bated breath. Months passed, and the trail went cold. The initial flurry of activity died down, the leads dried up, and the case of Dr. Emily Carter, the astrophysicist who vanished into thin air, became just another unsolved mystery. But for those who knew her best, the fight for answers never truly ended. Her colleagues continued to pore over her research, searching for any clue, any hint that might explain her sudden disappearance. And then, just when all hope seemed lost, a breakthrough. A cryptic note scribbled in Dr. Carter's handwriting was discovered tucked away in a hidden compartment of her desk. The note, barely decipherable, contained a string of seemingly random numbers and symbols. Could this be the key to unraveling the mystery of Dr. Carter's disappearance? Or was it just another dead end, a cruel trick of fate? Moving from the depths of space where the stars whisper secrets of the universe, to the shadowy corners of a creaky old mansion where every creak and groan tells a story of its own, we arrive at number 4 on our list. The haunted mansion of Blackwood, a place shrouded in mystery and fear. This place, my friends, is like something straight out of a horror movie, with its eerie silence and unsettling presence, but with less jump scares and more, lingering dread that seeps into your bones. Located on a windswept cliff overlooking the stormy Atlantic, where the waves crash with a haunting rhythm, Blackwood Mansion has been a source of local legend and whispered rumors for generations, a place where the past never truly dies. Built in the 1800s by a reclusive sea captain with a penchant for the macabre, whose dark interests still echo through the halls, the mansion has seen its fair share of tragedy over the years. Unexplained deaths, accidental drownings, mysterious disappearances. The list goes on, you name it. Blackwood Mansion has probably hosted it. It's a place where the line between the living and the dead blurs. Some say the mansion is cursed, a place where misfortune is a constant companion, haunted by the restless spirits of those who met their untimely ends within its walls, their whispers still heard in the dead of night. Others claim it's a portal to another dimension, a gateway to a realm where the laws of nature don't apply, and reality bends in strange ways. A gateway to a realm where the laws of nature don't apply. Whatever the reason, the mansion's allure is undeniable. Blackwood Mansion has a reputation, one that sends shivers down the spine of even the bravest souls. And it's not a good one. It's a place where fear is a permanent resident. For years, Blackwood Mansion stood empty, a crumbling monument to its dark past. That is, until a group of intrepid, some might say foolish college students decided to spend a weekend there. They were amateur ghost hunters, armed with EMF readers, night vision cameras, and enough youthful bravado to make a grown man cringe. They were hoping for evidence of the paranormal, and boy, did they get it. From the moment they stepped inside the mansion, things started getting weird. Doors slammed shut on their own, disembodied voices whispered their names in the dead of night, and objects moved mysteriously across the room. One student swore he saw a shadowy figure lurking in the upstairs hallway, its eyes glowing an eerie red in the darkness. Another claimed to have been physically shoved down a flight of stairs by an unseen force. At first, the students tried to rationalize their experiences. Drafty old house, overactive imaginations, you know the drill. But, as the paranormal activity intensified, they couldn't deny it any longer. Something was happening at Blackwood Mansion, something beyond their understanding. Their EMF readers were going haywire, picking up unusual spikes in electromagnetic energy. Their cameras captured strange anomalies, orbs of light, shadowy figures, and even what appeared to be a full-bodied apparition of a woman in a white gown. Word of their experiences spread like wildfire, attracting the attention of seasoned paranormal investigators and curious onlookers alike. Blackwood Mansion, once a forgotten relic of a bygone era, was thrust into the spotlight, its secrets demanding to be revealed. Alright, strap in folks, because we're diving headfirst into the digital abyss with this one. The Midnight Hacker sounds like a bad action movie, right? But trust me, this is far creepier than anything Hollywood could cook up. See, it all started with these weird messages popping up on local forums. At first people thought it was just some bored teenager messing around. I mean, that's the usual culprit, isn't it? You know, like when the lights flicker, it's never actually a ghost, it's just faulty wiring. Now, I'm not usually one for conspiracy theories, but this whole thing reeked of something bigger, you know? It felt like I had stumbled into a rabbit hole that went deeper than I could have ever imagined. Like, maybe this wasn't just some random dude in his mom's basement, maybe it was something more sinister, more organized, maybe it was a group, or a government agency. The kind that operates in the shadows, pulling strings we can't even see. Or, you know, lizard people. The kind of stuff that makes you question reality itself. Okay, maybe not lizard people, but you get my point. The possibilities were endless and equally terrifying. The messages themselves were like a twisted puzzle, full of codes and ciphers that sent armchair detectives into a frenzy. Each symbol, each number, seemed to hold a piece of a larger, more complex puzzle. People were convinced they held the key to some grand conspiracy, some hidden truth. They believed that cracking the code would unlock secrets that had been buried for years. I even tried to crack the code myself, and let me tell you, it was like trying to decipher hieroglyphics after a six-pack of Red Bull. It was a mess, a beautiful, chaotic mess that kept me up at night. But that's the thing about unsolved mysteries like this, right? They pull you in, make you obsessed. They get under your skin, they make you question everything you thought you knew. You start seeing patterns everywhere, questioning everything. Every shadow, every whisper becomes a clue. It's enough to make you want to throw your phone in the nearest lake and live off the grid to escape the madness. But then again, that's probably what the Midnight Hacker wants you to do, right? Isolate yourself, disconnect, make you feel like you're the only one who can see the truth. So, where do things stand now? Well, the messages abruptly stopped a few months ago, just like that. Silence. Some people think the hacker got bored, moved on to their next target. Others think they were caught, silenced by some shadowy organization. And then there are those who believe the messages are still out there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone to decipher their true meaning. Maybe they're embedded in this very video. Okay, probably not. But it's still creepy to think about, right? The Midnight Hacker remains a mystery, a digital phantom that vanished as quickly as it appeared. But one thing's for sure, the internet will never be quite the same again. And frankly, I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Then again, I'm still not convinced it wasn't lizard people. Alright folks, buckle up because we're diving headfirst into Silent Hill, a town with a name that's as ominous as its recent history. Seriously, you couldn't make this stuff up. Imagine a picturesque little town nestled amidst rolling hills. The kind of place where you'd expect to find quaint coffee shops and friendly neighbors walking their golden retrievers. So, who were these unfortunate souls who met their untimely demise in Silent Hill? Well, the victims ran the gamut from respected community leaders to reclusive artists, seemingly unconnected individuals with no obvious ties to one another. The only thing uniting them? The chilling manner of their deaths and the baffling lack of concrete leads. It's enough to make you wonder if there's a secret society operating in the shadows, or maybe even a rogue AI with a penchant for offing unsuspecting citizens. Now let's talk about the clues, or rather, the lack thereof. The police are tight-lipped, but rumors have been swirling around Silent Hill like a flock of pigeons after a breadcrumb trail. Some say the victims received strange phone calls days before their deaths, their voices hushed and filled with dread. Others whisper about cryptic symbols found near the crime scenes, symbols that seem ripped straight out of an ancient grimoire. Naturally, a case this bizarre has spawned countless theories, each more outlandish than the last. Some folks are convinced it's the work of a shadowy cult, performing ritualistic sacrifices under the cover of darkness. Others point to the abandoned asylum on the outskirts of town, claiming it's become a haven for escaped mental patients with a taste for chaos. And then there are those who believe the answer lies buried deep within the town's history, a history shrouded in whispers of a witch hunt gone wrong, and the vengeful spirits seeking retribution. Look, I'm not saying I believe in ghosts or vengeful spirits, but there's something inherently creepy about a town with a name like Silent Hill, wouldn't you agree? It's like they knew something we didn't, a premonition of the darkness that awaited. Whatever the truth may be, one thing's for sure. Silent Hill's secrets run deep, and unraveling them will require a healthy dose of skepticism, a touch of morbid curiosity, and maybe a whole lot of coffee to fuel this investigation. Alright, let's talk about ghost towns. Usually, when we think of ghost towns, we picture dilapidated buildings, dusty saloons with creaky doors, and that eerie silence that sends shivers down your spine. But what if I told you there's a village out there that took the concept of ghost town to a whole new level? A village that didn't just fade into obscurity, but vanished practically overnight, leaving behind nothing but unanswered questions and a whole lot of bewildered scratching of heads. Now you might be thinking, okay, maybe everyone just packed up and moved. But that's where things get really weird. There's no record of any mass exodus, no whispers of economic hardship or natural disasters that could have prompted such a sudden departure. It's as if the residents of Oakhaven simply vanished into the ether, leaving behind their belongings, their livelihoods, their very history. Unsurprisingly, the disappearance of Oakhaven has sparked countless theories and speculations, each more bizarre than the last. Some whisper about government conspiracies, secret experiments gone awry, and maybe even a portal to another dimension that swallowed the entire village whole. Others cling to more grounded explanations, suggesting mass hysteria, a contagious illness, or maybe even a collective case of amnesia that led the residents to wander off into oblivion. But despite years of investigation, countless interviews, and even a few questionable psychic readings, the truth behind Oakhaven's disappearance remains elusive. It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, sprinkled with a generous helping of what the heck happened here. And until we uncover the truth, Oakhaven will continue to be a haunting reminder that sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Well, there you have it, folks. 5 of 2024's most cryptic mysteries, each one more baffling than the last. Some solved, some still shrouded in shadows, all guaranteed to make you question everything you thought you knew about the world around us. Remember, the truth is out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting to be discovered. Just maybe leave the actual investigating to the professionals, yeah? Or at least bring a buddy and a flashlight. And a camera crew, because who knows? Maybe you'll stumble upon the next big mystery. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing mysteries. Let us know in the comments which mystery you found the most disturbing. Until next time, stay curious.